I want to talk with you about the four windows. And I wish I had a bigger board. I neglected to go get the one I normally would use for this, so everybody could see this. The four windows of life are really important, and I want you to follow me as I talk about these, because it's really important. I think once I understood these four windows, I've endeavored to live my life based on some of the principles that I learned from this. And I didn't come up with this. I wish I could say I did. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. I hope that you have friends like him. The four windows of life are really very simple. Follow me as I talk about them. You see, every one of us looks through these four windows in our life. Every one of us do. And in the first window, this is what we see. This is what I know about me, and this is what you know about me. So what I know about me and what you know about me is what we see in the first window. And those are the things. You can look at me and you say, well, that's an incredibly handsome, bald, black man. And you would know that immediately by seeing it, right? You know that I'm so tall. You know that I have a certain stature. There are things you know about me, and I know the same things about me. They're obvious things, right? They're the surface things about us. And then there are things that I know about me that you don't know about me. And those are the things that I ain't telling either. All right? Those are the things that I will never reveal to you for fear that you may think less of me. And every one of us in here has those things, don't we? That second window over there. And then there's a window right here. And these are the things that you know about me and I don't know about me because you're too polite to tell me. Like you hate my smile, or I say, do you understand, too many times, or there's something typically about everyone that you wish they'd change a little bit. But you're just too polite to ever say to them, stop that. That's the stupidest thing you would never say that to me. You may think it. And those are things you know about me that I'll never know. You keep those to yourself. And I appreciate that. Unless they would help me move forward faster. And then if you say it in love, you'll do nothing but make a greater friend, because a word to the wise is always sufficient. Okay? And remember, I told you that at the outset that one of the greatest and most important skills to creating more success is the ability to take an instruction. Okay? Now, what I know about me and what you know about me is what we call reputation. It's the image that I project. It's the intentional image I project. And understand this, I project a specific image. I know exactly what I'm trying to communicate. I've worked on it for years, and I hope that the message I'm working to communicate is coming across. I hope. And I honestly believe that to a great degree it is. Understanding that there's things we have to filter things through. Now this is reputation. This is my regrets. That's my regret life. I wish I hadn't done that. Over here, this is my remorse. Boy, I wish I could change that about myself. I wish I had never done that to that person. I wish I could know what it is about me that hurts that person. I wish I could. You follow me? So you got your reputation, you got your regrets, and you got remorse. But it's the fourth window that's the most important window here. And what happens is that we get stuck in all of these different windows, and you know which one you're in the most, don't you? Boy, I wish I had a better childhood. I know you're thinking about some of these things right now, aren't you? Those 3 windows are so powerful in our lives. But it's the 4th window I want to bring your attention to. This is what God knows about you, and no one else knows. Not even you. Yet. That 4th window is what God knows about you, and no one else knows about you. Not even you know that about you yet. This is what I call the 4th window of living. And that's where you and I need to live. We need to spend more time peering through that 4th window than we do the other 3. Because it's when we stop and think about, what does God know about me that I don't know about me, that we engage in the process of discovery. And we learn things, and we grow, and we become, and we develop, and we face challenges. We become bigger, better, more powerful, more helpful. We become wealthier, not just financially, but we become wealthier through our relationships. Our health becomes wealthier. Our intellect becomes wealthier. And by the grace of God, we become wealthier financially as well as a result of that. You see, I'm convinced about this, and I've taught this many, many times. And that is that everybody's sitting around waiting for their blessing, aren't they? He's waiting. I'm waiting to be blessed. Everybody saying? Your blessing is out there. You have to get up and go intersect your blessing. It's waiting for you out your front door. It's about discovery. It would be a shame, and I've heard this many times, this is not original. It would be a shame for one day you to meet, for the person you are to meet the person you could have been.
Oh, come on, Gary. You're talking, Gary.
You know?
Talking, Gary.
I heard a great story once before. This is a good story. There was this man, he was a very powerful man, financially very successful. And he and his wife were pulling up in front of a hotel. And as they pulled up in front of the hotel, they were just kind of talking back and forth. They were going in for a really nice dinner in a very exclusive hotel restaurant. And the doorman who came to the car to open the door, when he opened the door, the woman recognized him. She said, "Tom, how you doing?" He said, "Mary, hey, how are you?" And they hugged each other and exchanged a few words. And after that brief encounter, they walked on. And as they were walking, the woman's husband said to her, "You know the guy? The doorman?" She said, "Yeah, I know him well." He said, "Well, how did you know him?" She said, "Well, before I met you, he was the man I was going to marry." Her husband chuckled a bit. He said, "Aren't you glad you didn't marry him and you married me?" She said, "No, not really." He said, "What?" He said, "Because if I had married him, you'd be the doorman." That's a woman who lives in the fourth window.